Welcome to Sunday School.
We hope you have a great time with us this morning.
Hello everyone, welcome to today's Sunday School. That's welcome from me, Fran, and from Waffles. I hope you've had lots of times to be able to play outside and enjoy yourself during the summer. But in England at least, sometimes it's sunny, but sometimes it isn't. It can be very wet. And I've just been away to a festival for the weekend, and there was a bit of sun and there was a bit of rain. But during one of the rainy spells, there was an amazing entertainer that I saw. She managed to climb up a ladder to the top, and then she hung upside down off the top and juggled with knives in the rain. Yeah, scary. Definitely not anything that anybody should be trying to do at all. Definitely too dangerous. But Waffles, you've had a go at some juggling, haven't you? But you're still trying, aren't you? In fact, you're still on one ball. Let's see how you can do. That's your ball. Okay, you got it. Okay, let's see how far you get. Well, maybe that's a work in progress. While Waffles is practicing that, now we've got a game for you. Now, some things that go by a name are definitely what you think they are from the name, but others not so much. So in this next game, see if you can find out the imposters that aren't the real version of what we think they are. It's called the One True Game. It's time to play the One True Game. In this game, you have to pick one of the 4 pictures which you most think is the true example that's needed for the question. You'll see as we go along. The first one's about fish. Which of these pictures is a true fish? Is it the jellyfish, the starfish, the angelfish, or the cuttlefish? It's the angelfish. Only the angelfish is an actual fish. The others are other types of sea creatures. For example, a cuttlefish is a bit closer to an octopus. It's a sort of animal called a cephalopod. So which of these pictures is really a cat? Is it the catfish, a catbird, a meerkat, or a Siamese cat? Have a look at the pictures. Which do you think is really a cat? That's right, a Siamese cat is a type of cat. The others are different sorts of creatures. One's a bird and one's a fish. What about this one? Which is the true vegetable? Is it the courgette, the bell pepper, the tomato, or the carrot? It's the carrot that's a true vegetable. It's actually quite complicated to say exactly what a vegetable is and exactly what a fruit is, and we call lots of things vegetables, but the carrot is definitely a true vegetable. So which of these pictures is a true bear? Is it a koala bear, a red panda, polar bear, or a water bear? It's the polar bear that's a true bear. A water bear is actually so small that you have to see it through a microscope. A koala should really just be called a koala. It's a sort of animal called a marsupial and not a bear. And the red panda's actually a sort of raccoon. I hope you enjoyed playing the game. How many answers did you get right? Well done. That was very well done. And even if you didn't get all of them right, well, don't worry. It's still fun learning some new things, isn't it? Well, that game has got a link into today's story, because Elijah, who's the hero in today's story, was somebody called a prophet. And it's a prophet's job to tell all the people what God is saying. And at the time this story happened, which is a very long time ago, there was a bad king on the throne called King Ahab. And the people had started to turn away from God and were worshipping false, made-up pretend gods, like somebody called Baal. And so Elijah needed to show them that God was real, that there really was one true God. So to convince the people, God needed to do something really amazing. So let's find out what happened in today's story.
Slapstick Theater. Elijah on Mount Carmel. This is Elijah.
Heyo!
Elijah was a prophet in Israel during the reign of King Ahab. His job was to tell people what God wanted them to hear. This is King Ahab.
Whatever.
He came from a line of kings who did bad things, but King Ahab was the worst of them all. He led the Israelites to do evil things as well, and they turned away from God and started worshiping a fake god called Baal. God told Elijah to go speak with Ahab. Elijah told Ahab to bring all of Israel and the prophets of Baal to join him on Mount Carmel. So Ahab did as Elijah asked. Then Elijah stood in front of them and said, "If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is God, then follow him." But the people were completely silent. Elijah called for 2 bulls and told the prophets of Baal that they could choose the one they wanted to sacrifice to Baal. They could put it on the altar but not set fire to it. Elijah said, "I will prepare the other bull and lay it on the wood on the altar, but not set fire to it. Then call on the name of your God, and I will call on the name of the Lord. The God who answers by setting fire to the wood is the true God." And all the people agreed.
Yeah!
Elijah let the prophets of Baal go first.
All right, you first.
They prepared the sacrifice and called on the name of Baal from morning till noontime, shouting, "O Baal, answer us!" But there was no reply of any kind.
Hey!
Elijah began mocking them. "You'll have to shout louder. Perhaps he is away on a trip or is asleep and needs to be wakened." So they shouted louder and raved all afternoon until the evening. But still there was no sound, no reply, no response.
Everyone come here.
Then Elijah called to the people. They all crowded around him as he repaired the altar of God that had been torn down and dug a trench around the altar. Then he had some men pour water on the altar 3 times. Elijah walked up to the altar and prayed, "God, prove today that you are God in Israel and that I am your servant. Answer me so these people will know that you are God and that you have brought them back to yourself." Immediately the fire of the Lord flashed down from heaven and burned up the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, and the dust. It even licked up all the water in the trench. And when all the people saw it, they fell face down on the ground and cried out, "The Lord, He is God! Yes, the Lord is God!"
I love that story. You too. Elijah had to be really brave because he had to trust God completely, that God was going to show up and do something amazing. Because if God hadn't sent that incredible fire, then Elijah would have been stood there with some very soggy beefsteaks on top of a pile of wood and rocks. But God did show up and sent that amazing fire from heaven, and it was so powerful that it even burnt the stones up. So it's no wonder the people that were watching were crying out, "The Lord is God." They weren't bothered about Baal anymore. They realised that Baal was just a pretend god that somebody had made up. And they started worshipping God properly again after that. So Elijah really showed how much he trusted God when he was brave that day. And we've got a song now which fits in with that. It's a song called Brave, and it says that with the love of God that we can be brave too.
No, I won't be afraid. You are with me. You are right beside me every day. Even when it feels like everything's going wrong, I can look up to you, God, and find my strength. Your love has lifted me above the raging sea, and I just gotta say, your love makes me brave, and I won't be afraid. Your love makes me brave, I can face anything. Your love makes me brave. I was lost and afraid till you found me. You lifted me up and gave me strength. Anywhere that I go, you go with me. Oh, Lord, you give me the courage to live each day. Your love has lifted me above the raging sea, and I just gotta say, your love makes me brave, and I won't be afraid. Your love makes me brave, I can face anything. Your love makes me brave, and I won't be afraid. Your love makes me brave, I can face anything. Your love makes me brave. Your word will light my way. Your word will help me to stand. I know I'm safe with you. I know I'm held in your hands. Your word will light my way. Your word will help me to stand. I know I'm safe with you. I know I'm held in your hands. Your love makes me brave, and I won't be afraid. Your love makes me brave, I can face anything. Your love makes me brave, and I won't be afraid. Your love makes me brave, I can face anything. Your love makes me brave. Your love makes me brave. Your love makes me brave.
Are you feeling braver after listening to that song? maybe you'll feel brave enough to carry on trying to learn to juggle. Because that can be hard, can't it? And it's good to know that in the song the words are, "Your love makes me brave," because God will help us to be brave whenever we need to be to live in the way that He wants us to. So maybe He wants us to make friends with somebody who we've not met before. Or maybe He wants us to try something new to help people. But whatever it is, it's good to know that His love will help us to be brave. And we can always ask it for His help with whatever we want to do. We'll have a great time until we're back again, which is in a few weeks' time. But before then, David will be back and he'll be telling us a bit more about the stories of Elijah. But until then, it's bye-bye from us. Bye-bye.